Hello everybody and welcome back to another Shogun 2 video. I'm going to be showing you two videos, or not two videos, two battles. First one's going to be a small one, as you can see, and then the second one is going to be a bigger one. This first one actually takes much longer than the second one, which is kind of funny, because look at the little amount of troops we have. Or, well, not him, he racked up on the spears, and yeah, I didn't. But the second battle is like twice triple the size of this, and yet it ends probably a heck of a lot quicker in this. Let's go ahead and start. Oh, I forgot to tell you what units I'm carrying here. Bow Warrior Monks, Yari Ashigarus, two of them, two Lone Sword Ashigarus, my general, and two Light Cavalries. A pretty different setup for me. On his side, he's running Yari Ashigarus times like 4, 5, 6, 5. And he has a Yari Samurai over here. And then he has a Bow Ashigaru unit, which is quite demolished in its own. Only 23 units. I don't know why he brought that in. And a Matchlock Ashigaru. Oh, two, sorry, Sams. Okay. And then he has another Bow Sam and a Katana Sam. He did not bring in a single ounce of cavalry, but the nice thing about my unit is it can engage from a distance when his can't. So I'm hitting at a range of 175, and he's hitting at a range of 150, 125. So I'm just going to sit here for the next 5-10 minutes pelting his Ashigaru units and just watching them slowly die, because I really don't want to run my guys into a line of guns. He's playing completely defensive. As you can see, he's just lining his troops up ready for a head-on charge. He's got his range units up on the hill, and he's got all his spears lined up here ready for the charge. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sit here and knock down all his ranged units before I do anything. Let's go ahead and fast forward this carnage of death, because it's just going to be a lot of arrows flying in. So at this time, I am taking this point here. I'm taking this point here, already taken, and taking this point over here. So I'm already taking all 3 points because I noticed he's gone defensive, which is even more obvious now. So I just didn't want to, I wanted to make him kind of come at me, but 10 minutes is a long time for him to waste once captured those 3. His Matchlock Ashigaru already down from 80 units to 36. I mean, my Bow Warrior Monks are kicking ass. Let's go ahead and just keep fast forwarding, and we can start watching these guys waver here in a second, because they just keep getting nailed, and they're gone. And then over here, I'm going to start nailing this bow unit. Well, first I want to finish off this one, so they're about to leave too. Oh, no. Yeah, I noticed that this one had a lot more, so I was going to hit them first. Come on, keep running back. See, every time he did that, I did follow, because I knew what he was doing. He wanted me to bring my units up, and then he's going to bring his units up and start engaging me. I was like, okay, go ahead. I have a lot more units that hit a lot more accurately than your guys, so, let him sling a couple and just kill 1 or 2 of my guys while I'm killing his. He's about to lose another unit right here. Like I said, it was just a lot of sitting. It was like, you're playing defensive, so I'm really not going to advance on you like you want me to, even though you just lost your matchlocks. There goes another bow unit, so he's down to 1 more bow unit, which is gone. So at this time, I believe he's bowless. Other than his general. A lot of people will do this. They'll outfit their general with bows, which is not a bad idea. It gives you a ranged advantage when needed. So at this time, I start telling my Bow Warrior Monks to engage his general, because, well, what's your next primary target when you got distance? The general. So they're going to continue to engage him. I'm going to move my guys around, get them in more of a defensive, see if he tries to come down on me. But he's obviously just ready for a fight. He's going to line him up here, making me come up this hill and right at him. So he's going to get what he wants, just slowly, and sooner or later, I'll make my way. He discovers my cav back here with these retreating Bow Ashigarus. Discovered my cavalry, which really pisses me off. They shouldn't be able to discover that if they're retreating, but whatever. So after his general runs down the hill over here, I decided to tell my guys just go ahead and engage his samurai units, because, well, that's the next best target. So now I've used all my ammunition, or at least that's what they said, but he's still shooting a little bit there. So now I'm advancing my guys into a position to get ready to attack, because obviously he's not going to make the first move, so I'm obviously going to have to do it. and that's fine with me because he does have a lot of spear units, but I brought some units too. I'm not worried. So let's go ahead and keep fast forwarding. I charged my cav after his general. Didn't do anything because his general ran away just in time. Suddenly. So I'm gonna keep advancing. I'm taking my time. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna slowly move up. Just gonna get ready for this. I mean, I'm literally sitting. There we go. Now his ammunition's out. So I'm just barely freaking sitting right off this guy's side here. I mean, come on, dude. You're gonna let me get this close to you? You're killing yourself because I'm gonna get the charge. That's one thing you don't want to let people do is get the charge on you. So I'm gonna throw my lone sword Ashigaru with a 7 morale, 9 melee attack, and 5 defense right into the side of this unit here. And another mistake of his is right as I'm coming up, he decides to go ahead and reorganize his spears to try to put down a spear wall in this corner. Not the best of ideas. As you can see, my guys are now kicking the crap out of their spear line here. I decide, all right, time to rush up the rest of my guys. Got my calves sitting literally right behind them here. Still not doing anything. Their Ashigaru units are dropping one by one, while my guys are sitting pretty with only 5 losses. Here comes another charge. This time I'm just going to run right into his units. I charge one of my calves right into the back of this spear unit, one of my calves over here into his katana unit, and charge my lone sword into this over here. This spear wall really does not work the way you want it to most of the times. I mean, these spear units, the Yari Ashigarus, are just not that great at it. So, it's just not the best of ideas. So at this time, like, all of his spear units break at once. I mean, that's just fantastic. So, now I'm rushing all my units into his general and everything. I mean, that was just too simple. I mean, he had a spear unit here, and as you can see, they didn't really lose that many guys, but they still retreated because, you know, they could see that their guys are getting their ass kicked on the left, the right, behind them. It's just not a good idea to rely on a spear wall like that. And I'm pretty sure I've said that before. Hell, my spears didn't even get to the fight. I'm going spear wall, but I was just going to come up on them nice and slow with my spear wall, hoping that if my units broke, they'd charge into my spear wall and give me a chance. But when you completely rely on it, never really going to last. Let's go ahead and go to the stats screen real quick, and then we'll go to the second battle. So as you can see, I brought in 530. He brought in 837. I only lost 60 units, but I killed 633 of his. That's pretty bad. Let's see who did the best on my side, which would be the Bow Warrior Monks at almost 300 units. That's fantastic. This is always a good thing to bring in when you feel like there's a good chance they might go defensive on you. And then I got my lone sword Ashigarus, which they did fantastic at 139 and 103. On his side, his Yari Samurai did the best with 14 kills. Yeah. So he relied on the Yari Ashigarus, and as you can see, they really didn't do anything. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the second battle. You've seen now the first one, so let's go ahead. Alright, now at the second battle, I'm going to go ahead and pause because this battle actually starts very quickly and ends very quickly. So I'm going to show you what I got over here. I got a light cavalry and 2 Yari calves. In the middle over here, I have Yari Ashigaru, lone sword Ashigaru. Right in front, I got the Tokitaka's Tanga Ishima unit, which is a musket unit, as you can see. They have the hand cannons, but they're not like the heavy gunners at all. But they are a fantastic unit. They have great melee attack, and they also have good range and accuracy for shooting. So once they shoot, they can run in and do some damage. Right behind him, I got the Bow Samurai. I'm trying to blend the two in so he really doesn't see this unit. Behind him, I got the Yari Samurai. Behind him, I have Seijin Swordmasters. I am trying out a couple new units, so yeah. These guys also have great melee attack, but look at that morale, too, at 41 morale. Whew. That is just not something you want to mess with. Those guys will never collapse. I mean, they'll fight to the death. Behind them, I got my Katana Samurais, my unstoppable Katana Samurais. Look at that rank. Nice. Over here, I got Yari Ashigaru, Katana Samurai, and then my general. So as you can see, I am not really focusing on a ranged attack. I'm focusing on a straight up fight, brawl, and yeah. On his side, though, he's got 3 bow cavalries. Whew, that's going to be nasty. He's going to kite those like a son of a bitch. And then he's got a Daikuyu samurai. I'm pronouncing that horribly, which is a bow unit. He's got bow warrior monks, another bow unit that can fire at 175 range. You saw that in my last battle. Sword attendants, foot samurai, and bow warrior monks. So he's bringing out a hell of a ranged game. This is why this battle's going to go quick, because with that range right here compared to mine, I've got to get in there and just blitzkrieg them. Over here you got sword attendants, lone sword ashigarus, naginata attendants, Avatar's bodyguard. So as you can see, he's focusing all on range. So he's hoping he's going to win the battle by using range to his advantage. But let's see what happens when... I see that he's moving his cav up over here on the right, all 3 of his bow calves. So I'm going to go ahead and focus my cav back onto the right side over here. All 3 of them, just like, all right, pop them out. Let's get them into the fight. These animations for the cavalry, always been a little glitchy. Here. So I'm like, all right, time to fall back these guys. I don't need arrows being slung into my guys. And he sees that my calf's coming in, so now he's going to go ahead and fall back his cav. So... that worked out. So now I'm going to be holding my guys here just for a quick second while I see what he's going to do with his cav. I can tell that he's going to start slinging arrows, and it's coming in. So I'm trying to kite them a little bit so they don't get hit. Moving them left, right, because once the arrow's in the air, you really can't change the path of it. And then I go ahead and decide, all right, time to bring my cav into the fight. I'm going to go ahead and just charge them. Just got to wait until these arrows stop slinging into my guys, which... that could go on for a while. I am just receiving so much arrow fire right now. I decided to kite 2 of my guys around the spear units he has here. Just gonna kind of push him around, see if I can go after his cav over here. While another one of my cav units is going after his bow cavalry, which I do not think he notices because he's focusing on my front cav. So I get a good charge. He then retreats his cav, which is not going to help him. I then charge my cav into his, which is going to get me a couple kills here and here, but for some reason they all kind of stacked up right here because I guess there's an invisible wall. It's ridiculous. So my guys kind of get slaughtered right here. But at the same time, I'm completely just demolishing his bow cav in the back over here. So now I decide to charge my entire army up. And that's when he decides to charge his entire army up. So now it's just become one big frickin' fight. His cav beat mine. Now it's my turn for my army to kick the crap out of his. I go ahead and pull my general up and put him in stand and fight. Help out the morale of my units as well as a rally. As you can see, my units are having no trouble, though, keeping up with this. They're just kicking the crap out of these guys left and right. My guys are just way too strong for his army. He's lost already 2 units. He's about to lose 2 more. He decides he's going to try to charge his cav into my guys, so I bring my katana up over here, help out. Actually, these are lone sword ashigarus. Okay, so they go ahead and stop their charge from hitting the side of my guys, and that's when my entire army just breaks right through their line. Look at that. Ah, that has got to be the scariest shit ever. Run away! No, never! I mean, wow. That would be scary as hell. I mean, this is just an all-out war zone right here. Just the mass amount of troops. Oh, my God. He goes ahead and brings his general up and pulls him off his horses, but it's not going to help. I've already completely destroyed his army. He's going to charge down a couple more Naginata attendants up, but there's just no winning this. My lone sword over here fighting these guys, and they're doing a fantastic job. Surprisingly, they're just doing a really good job. Let's watch his general unit get the crap kicked out of him, though. Oh, man, I love it. Oh, there goes one of his general's bodyguard. Wonder where his general is. I'd like to see that. I want to see him get killed. I don't know where his general's at. Oh, he's fighting somewhere around here. But at this time, his general's bodyguard collapses and retreats, so my entire mass of guys here just completely beat his entire army. I got my guys over there still shooting in the back of these guys. Love it. So his entire army is now in full retreat. So I split off a couple groups over here to go after his bows over here, and I split off these groups over here to go into these guys. It was just lovely. I loved it all. That was just a complete blitzkrieg, and it paid off. Time to run away. You better start running. Once that whole line kind of fell into them, I mean, they just retreated. All their units just said, screw it, we're done. We are out of here. Oh, that was fantastic. What a great battle. Let's go ahead and go to the stats screen and see who did the best, and check out the mass chaos on the ground real quick of his charge. Oh, man. Man, my general's just standing here. I don't think he lost a single guy. No, he did lose one guy right there. Beautiful. Mass graveyard of men fallen. Alright, to the stats screen. Alright, I brought in 1,540 troops. He brought in only 40 more at 1,580. I lost 733. He lost 959. So, I mean, it was pretty even most of the way. It didn't seem like it at the end of the battle, but okay. Let's go into the unit stats, see who did the best. Up at top, I got Katana Samurai at 145. Right below them, another Katana Samurai at 126. Yari Cav at 117. Yari Eshigaru at 110. Lone Sword Eshigaru at 104, which is fantastic. They did great. Behind them, I got the Tokitaka's Tangashima troops at 102 kills. But look at this, 102 kills, 4 lost. They only 4 of them died, but they killed over 100 people. That is fantastic. Good job. I'm happy I brought them in. On his side, his Bow Warrior Monks did 92, Bow Cavalry at 90, Bow Cav at 84, Naginata at 10 to 68, and continuing. He focused primarily on the range game, and it just did not help when the katanas came swinging. And I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. It's been a good video, and hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.